when I went to this therapy group a couple years ago, there were a couple people in the group that were rageaholics, and they were court ordered to be there because they didn't have a handle on their rage. And one lady had like jumped out of the car in the middle of the freeway and like pulled another lady out of her car and beat the shit out of her, some shit like that. That rageful. But even the knowledge of like, you know how you're talking about that 1 second like reactionary time, they were able to break it down to make it look like visually for us how long and how many like how many bodily processes we actually go through before in that 1 second before we make that bad decision.
Right.
And I think for her that was really helpful is to see that it's not just a second. It's actually a long time.
Right.
Before you can make a choice in that time.
And you're also making mini calculations because like I'm sure you've all been in the situation where you try to buck up on someone and then you assess who you've just bucked up on and then you're immediately able. I did that once on the bridge, same bridge. I pulled up, somebody cut me off. I pulled up, I was like, hey! And I looked in and it was like 4 thug ass motherfuckers.
Oh wow.
Like, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I swear to God. It was like one moment before I was like the gangster of the Bay Bridge, and now all of a sudden I'm like a diplomat. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, so if you can make the calculation, that's what I really realized. It's like I've gotten into situations before with people that I've deemed physically weaker than me. I know it's hard to believe there are any, but I've made the calculation, and that feels worse than anything. Well, I have one friend in particular who one time he said something to me and I just like started threatening him and I like, I'll beat your ass, all this like the fucking stupid Oakland programming, you know, and it's always, I'll knock you out. It's like so stupid as shit. And then I go, I wouldn't have done that if that guy was bigger, which means I'm a coward. It means I'm a pathetic coward. Yeah. I assessed him. I was like, you're not a threat to me physically. Right. And now I can really like, so if you can make that calculation, how come you can't make the secondary calculation of like, I'm not gonna do it. Like, think about how many people are in jail right now because of a moment that is the most meaningless and meaningful moment of their lives.
That's like my entire Filipino family. Somehow someone always finds an ice pick. Someone always gets stabbed. It's our weapon of choice, ice picks. Everyone, at least 4 males in my family, during an altercation has found an ice pick as if they're just available everywhere.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, okay, to bring it back to the child thing.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what you can take, I don't know why I'm giving you counseling, but I'll tell you what you can take some solace from in terms of your worry about your family and their ice picks.
Yeah.
You know, their collection of ice picks. In my experience so far, raising a child is not reactionary. It's not momentary. It's like I said, you see the baby when it's a slug, and then it goes gurgle, gurgle, and then it goes dada, and then it goes dada's tired, and then it goes dada, will you read me a story? And then it's like everything it's slow and it unfolds, and so it's not a momentary reaction. It's a process, a slow process. So you can even watch the trauma come and say, I'm not going to bring that here. I'm not going to do that here.
Yeah.
How do you explain like shaken baby syndrome then, and how like mostly it's like the dads that give him like subdural hemorrhaging?
How do I explain that?
Yeah, like you know how they always say like men.
No, I have an explanation for this.
Who shakes their baby?
That's a common thing. Hey, when I
There's
was
billboards
doing
that
my
say don't
rounds
shake your baby.
Yeah, but I don't know why you would go.
Because we think it's not a big shake, but it actually takes a very little shake.
No, I'm gonna do this, and then that's it.
3 positions.
I mean, I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do that.
No, I think you're not gonna do this.
Yeah.
Bruce Lee palm strike.
You do the chokehold I did in San Francisco.
Yeah, I'll do like a Kimura.
I mean, I can't speak to people that are literally mentally incapable of raising children. Like, I don't think that's you. That's very obviously not you.
Yeah, we're not gonna do that shit.
The people that shake their baby to death.
Shake no fucking baby.
I'm so afraid of myself, I think.
No, I saw you with the Jessica's baby. You're like it's like God Jesus pussy. It's like fucking tender.
Do you have God Jesus pussy?
God Jesus pussy.
They were my favorite alternative band in the 90s. Wait, do you have pets?
I have 6.
You have 6, and do you often shake them to death?
No.
Never once?
I've never hit not a
We're
single
so
one.
Have they ever made you angry?
all the
Yeah,
time.
dude, my fucking dog just bit the fuck out of me yesterday.
So you have the capability of not killing a defenseless animal.
Possibly, yes.
Well, I postulate that you will like your baby even more than your than your too many pets. You know, I think that you'll probably, you know what I mean? The people that do that kind of shit, those are people that were forced into having children and they are psychologically incapable of it, and they just somehow found themselves in a situation where they shouldn't ever have had access to a child, and they have one, and they're literally tasked with raising it, and that is what happens.
Yeah.